And it's the Newsangl, bitch. Welcome back to another episode. It's your boy D.
And it's your girl, CJ.
And I'm hiding balloons of cocaine in my ass, Brandy.
First of all,
we don't talk about it.
Okay.
We just
I
take
probably
it for what
shouldn't
it is.
ask. I
Take
probably
it for what the fuck it is.
probably should not ask.
But you know who to go to if you need a fix later.
Well, what did I tell you last week? I don't do white people drugs. I don't.
Yes, white people drugs. The fact that brown people say that, because we will be like, that's how white people say.
You know
so much we're doing.
Y'all seen Cat Williams stand up where he talk about fucking with different types of people when you go partying, and he's talking about Mexican people, and then he goes to like white folks and they're like, what is that one drink, Zambucha or some fucking shit they be talking about, and he's like, don't fuck with them, like you just be knocked the fuck out and be gone for like 3 days. You don't know where you're at.
Not 3 days.
Like, you know, we
like
did not come. They come up with shit like the mind eraser. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like he sits around and decides, you know what I need to do? Make the shit stronger.
Dude.
It's like, why?
It's like Rob. Rob makes this drink. It's called DFW Punch, Dallas Fort Worth Punch. Can't taste the alcohol.
Sounds scary.
Fucking, you be gone if you drink too much.
Yeah, I don't like stuff that I like to taste alcohol. I don't like stuff where I can't taste it. And it's like,
yeah,
oh,
you just be
good.
knocking it back. Anyway, craziness going on today. I don't even know where to start. Let's start with the easy stuff. C Murder. What's his real name again? Corey Miller. What is it?
Corey Miller the third.
The murder.
We just figured out that he used to date Monica and shit. Now Kim K is on his case. I'm still not understanding what it is exactly that she's doing as a
listen, you ain't the only one, because I'm like, can someone explain that to me like in a YouTube video, 2 minutes top, so I can understand how she's really
something that she's doing that I'm not understanding, but it's whatever. Oh my god, my light feels so bright today. What is going on?
So bright.
It's so bright.
It's right.
But I guess
it's in her blood. She wants to set the niggas free. Like her daddy did, you know what I'm saying? Like she wants
not like her
it's
daddy
in her
did.
bloodline.
Oh my god. Somehow, some way too soon.
Oh no. It's just I'm just weirded out that she's on his case, because wasn't it like a really peculiar case with all the
It was. So when she came out of nowhere to speak on it, I was kind of like, huh?
I think everybody's like, no matter what the case.
Like, what do you mean Kim Kardashian and Kourtney? What? That was weird. And I'm like, and are you sure he's not trying to work on a song with Kanye? Like, this is legit.
Hey,
like,
2 birds with 1 stone. She knows her mom is Kris fucking Jenner. She knows.
That's
okay,
true.
well, you ain't never lying. The hustle is real.
Yes.
That's true.
So she got double the bloodline, I'm telling you.
So is he coming? Is he been like released? Is that what's happening?
I'd have to look that up, because I think they're trying to get him released.
Okay.
I think that's what they're trying to do right now. That
weird.
like, you know, they're basically saying that mistrial and y'all didn't get all the evidence and y'all.
I did remember seeing that.
Falsely convicted. So yeah, now everybody's championing for their arrest. But you know, I'll give her this much: people would not hear about this or talk about it in the way they are now if somebody that was just like Monica said something about it.
That's true.
This is what we mean by allies. We need the Kims, we need the others, quote unquote, to care, to say something, because unfortunately y'all ain't trying to hear us like that.
No, because you're right. Because if Monica came out, they would have been like, first of all, Monica's kind of Black famous now. She's not all over famous anymore. So that wouldn't have done anything.
Not nearly.
Yeah, not like the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
90s, all of our friends knew who she was. Like now, if you ask the youngers, I don't think they would even know who the fuck that is.
The fact that some of the youngers think like Ashanti's like a swimsuit model. And that's still bothering me.
For real?
Yeah.
No.
I remember talking to some, and they were like, I was talking about Ashanti, and they were like, you mean like the swimsuit model? Because I think she had a deal with like Fashion Nova or something. I was like,
yeah.
There was a time where she was rivaling Beyonce, and it was like they summered.
I still like her. Sometimes I listen to her whiny shit still, you know?
I'm not whiny shit.
She is whiny.
Okay.
You're a little whiny, queen of the sideways.
And we was feeling it.
It was good.
You
Like
let Keith
the
Sweat
melody, the music was good. The melody was good. Her lyrics were whiny.
baby.
But it worked with her. Like it worked with her aura. You know what I'm saying? What was the one that she did where she did like was trying to lead the house and shit too? Remember that video?
There was 2 videos where she was trying to lead the house.
She always trying to lead and shit.
There was one with Terrence Howard and there was one with Lorenz Tate. I will say this, and nobody else have niggas in their video like her.
Oh, that's true. I think it was the one with Terrence Howard where it's still funny to me. Like the ending where he like grabs her and like she just drops her luggage and like just stays. And I'm like, all this dramatic shit for this to end like this. Fuck this shit. You should have left. Like,
I mean, that was true. That was real life though. That's
she got entangled. She got
entanglement.
Okay.
By the penis.
Speaking of entanglement. Let's talk about fucking the Kamala Harris situation that everybody is like talking about. If you don't know who that is the first
auntie.
The first woman of color. Well, some people would say just half, and that's going to be running alongside Biden for VP this coming election year.
That's good for the South Asian community and the Black community.
That's what I'm saying.
It's both. So.
Hey, Blasians. Blasians. I'm down, but also I hate Biden. So like it's a very double-edged sword for me because I think it's cool that they got her on there because you know how we talked about, you know, he had a list of women and women of color, but that wouldn't mean that he would actually pick somebody, but he did. So that's kind of cool. So that was kind of not anticipated on my end at all. But it doesn't change the fact that he's a pedo. So like, how do we it's like picking the worst sexual harassment person in this next election. Like, are you going to pick?
A lot of people feel they're just like anybody but Trump, so they're not going to care.
You think so?
No, they're not. I would not be surprised if Trump won again. Really wouldn't.
I wouldn't be surprised either because nobody thought he was going to win the first place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he did.
Right. And they're saying with it went from, I guess, Biden having a sizable lead to like Trump is coming around. I'm like, that's exactly what happened before. Everybody really thought Trump was a joke until that nigga was elected. And then it was like jokes on you.
Well, that's the thing, and which leads me to believe that somehow the Democratic Party is playing on the whole like POC heart like they did with Obama, because a lot of people did vote for Obama just because he was Black.
Absolutely. They didn't even know like anything about his own voting history, what he
nothing. The fact that he was friends with certain people. Like,
that's what I don't like. And just because somebody is deciding to do research and finds things that are unfavorable, and the person they find unfavorable things on so happen to be Black, here's what I hate that we do sometimes as a people. We'll do this whole thing like, it don't matter if Kamala did blah, 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 because all these white folks did it. It's like, okay, I understand that. But I'm also like, if we say this wrong, it's not the turn to be like, well, we deserve to get away with a whole bunch of legal shit too. How about we all stop doing that shit?
Right.
How about we all across the goddamn board and we set a new standard, and we're not like, now it's the niggas' turn to go ahead and get away with murder because they did. No, I'm telling you,
it's true though. It is true.
Or our families that feel that way. Yeah. Even the family members and friends we know that be doing sneaky shit, and they basically feel like, well, the white folks do it, and it's like, no.
I'm not down with that either.
It's wrong across the board. You shouldn't try to use what you look like.
I'm not down with that, but just like I've said with Obama, I mean, I have been down with some policies he was supporting and things that he done and voted on, but I'm here for the image of him and Michelle and the Black kids,
right? Being in
that seat of power and what that does for younger people. I'm here for that image. I'm here for the image of Miss Harris, Senator Harris, VP Harris. Excuse me.
Hey,
let me get the title right. But I'm here for that. I'm here for that image.
Like, I am too. Representation matters at some point, even on like levels like that. Even if there's like nothing to push forward with. I mean, I really have to look up on like all of the things that she's actually done for her community as the person that she is in her like seat.
She's
But
had some weird ass Hillary Clinton moments.
of course, and that's
Hillary's
not
had the, like,
that's that's
no, Hillary's
not.
had the like some cringy ass, crazy ass moments where I'm
Well,
just like, what?
Hillary's been on both sides of the wall to play whoever she wants to play as well. Because there's
She don't even
videos of
play it
her
well. That's what
calling
make it
black
bad.
people thugs, and then there's videos of her trying to like kiss up to black people. So it is what it is. Politics is exactly that. That's why people say politicking at work when you have to like play both sides at the
That part.
company. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they do. They play both sides. I mean, look at Biden. Like he playing both sides. He went from if you don't vote for me, you're not black to let me go ahead and cover my ass and get this POC woman up in here so that people will continue to love on me. That's how I feel. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, but it's crazy. Speaking of presidential elections, you know that President Trump doesn't want the mail-in vote to happen. So he's been like taken down. Like, I need to research this more, but there are pictures of truckloads of mailboxes being taken off the street.
They gonna take all the mailboxes?
There's
Sorry.
and then there was another picture that I saw where they were towing the mail vans.
They were doing what?
They were towing the vans, the mailman vans.
To take to the impound? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know what they're doing. I just was like, so the whole thing.
They're not having that shit. They said, "Fuck the mail-in vote. We're towing the fucking mail truck."
So here's what gets me. I don't know if I mentioned it last week. I may have slightly. So there is a book called the 1900 or the Last President. And one of the main characters in that book and the series is named Barron Trump. Barron Trump is the current president's son.
I heard about that.
And then this
Didn't
book.
they write that book like decades ago?
No, 200 years ago or some shit. This is like the 1900s. So Barron Trump is also the character in this book, and his dad's name is Don Trump. Yes, D.
That's not surprising given how we know, given
all the
what
things
we believe. You know what I mean?
So I'm on this journey to like read all of the books in the Barron Trump collection because I'm curious. I mean, there's shit like Barron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey. Like, where are you going? Like, what is about to happen?
Underneath the Denver International Airport.
I was just about to fucking say that shit.
That's what I'm saying. And and the fact that he's trying to say that they should postpone. He wants to postpone the election this year.
You know that has never happened ever.
Right.
Like, with
and
all
this
the
book
crazy
keeps
shit that we've been through as a nation.
It keeps popping up into my brain because of that. And I keep thinking about the Last President book, and I can't. It's bothering me. It's bothering me. Maybe I'll do a little section of it next week or something. But it's weird, right? Like,
no, it's weird about how this Barron looks dead ass like the other Barron. I had to look that shit up. If you looking on YouTube,
oh, stupid as fuck. Stop it! Why did you do that?
I had to.
I guess not. I had to. I mean, but the point of this was that it's getting crazy. If these pictures of mailboxes and mail carrier vans that are being hauled off are for real, like they really do not want you to do this mail-in vote situation. By the way, if you want to mail in your vote because you are afraid of being around, the CV virus stuff, you can ask for a mail-in vote and you don't have to mail it in. You can go to one of your city offices with your senators or something. I believe you got to look it up a little bit deeper than that, but you can drop it off there and you can get tracking in some of the states, right?
So I know in the primaries with Clark County, we had specific drop-off locations where you could do the mail-in ballot and you just go in person and actually drop it off.
Yep.
So while everybody else was voting in person, I just went in and dropped it.
Yep, you can do that for the presidential election too in most places as well. And some places offer tracking to make sure that they get, counted in as a vote. So make sure you look into that instead of not voting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, please do, because someone made a really good point in saying if your voting didn't matter, and even the imagery of people coming together to vote didn't matter, they would be trying so hard to stop you from doing it. Because let's say for fun, we still go off of what a lot of us believe, that your votes don't count. Well, it works out a lot better if I make you believe your votes do count, rather than them not counting. So people just have to realize that it does matter. And even if you feel like I'm a person that feels like it doesn't matter, but I still vote. And I like the idea, not in this climate with coronavirus and everything going on, but when everything clears up, I like the idea of getting your kids used to knowing who their state senators are and their mayors, and bringing them.
That part is important.
There's attorneys and all that other shit that's going to affect your immediate life.
Like, you don't even know your state's governor could be a problem. Like, you can't even name your governor.
And there was stuff I didn't even care about in Ohio, and didn't really start researching until maybe like a year or two ago when I was just voting in like local primary shit. And I remember stuff about prison reform and everything else started coming up. So of course, with my brother in jail, all this shit's important to me now. Of course, yeah. I didn't know what y'all have planned. Like, what are you thinking about?
Tell me more. Like,
yeah, I had never been more interested. Like, okay, so what are we talking about for a gun charge in this? Like, what are we changing here? You know what I mean? Like, of course, it means more when it affects you like that. But I think the goal is to be so proactive that you set stuff up just in case something goes sideways.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We voted the right person in, or we decided to vote yes on this, so we're covered here. It's just, it is important. I know it seems like it's not, but it definitely is important. And it's important for your
local voting counts more than the rest of the higher up ones. But the local voting is what gets people into Senate seats. So that's what counts the most. Those reps at your local area is the one who end up in 20 years in the U.S. Senate.
And then that's how they're not able to do whatever they want to do, because if we all really show up and show out with voting, you can't. Right. I know that's right, D.
D done left.
But you can't just show up and do what you want to do in any type of office with any type of bills or laws, because we showed up and vote. We know what we're talking about. We did our own research. And when we don't do that, you're able to do whatever because you're just banking on people.
I think that's where we're getting at, because a lot of the generation right under us, but not like all the way to our teens, stop caring a lot. Like a lot. And that's probably why Trump made it in last time. Like, not gonna lie. Like,
well, he made it in for sure, because all them folks that voted for him, because I was reading something online that talked about who was more likely to vote. Them baby boomers and everybody else, they don't be playing. They be voting year round. They don't just wait to a presidential election. They are going to
they were taught to do that, though. That's what I'm saying.
Proactive, because they feel like, hey, this works for me. You know, the police work for me, they work for me, they have my best interest, I'm in here. We need to keep that same energy when we decide, you know what, you don't have my best interest. You're not a House of Representatives that even represents me. I can't see myself in this house. Right. So it's like we have to really reevaluate the importance that we put in this.
It is. It's weird that, like, I guess that people don't realize all that research has to happen before you can make that decision, and not just based on one or two things. Yeah, because
I tried to do some last minute research on candidates before locally, and I was like, I should have done this shit months ago.
You know,
because I had to vote like 2 days.
It's a lot because
it's overwhelming.
If you think about it, like, I'm gonna play devil's advocate, but like Trump, like if you own a business and if you look at his business acumen situation, it works for you if you own a business. And a lot of people voted for Trump based on solely just that portion as well.
Oh yeah, they were thinking,
you know what
money.
I'm saying? So I don't know where D went, but we got to take a quick break and we'll be right back. We might have to count it. I'm gonna text him and see what happened. All right,
that was really funny.
We'll be right back.
And we're back.
I can't count. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was doing there.
That's very anti-Asian.
Oh no! I don't know. That's terrible. Anywho, I know we were just finishing up Trump, but here's one more thing about the Trump family today. His brother, what is it? Robert Trump, right?
Robert Trump, yes.
Robert Trump passed away a couple days ago. And everybody had that joke because Annabelle the doll had fucking the hoax about it.
Those memes have been way too funny.
They were like, it's the wrong Trump. Like, but here's my thing. I think that the gates of hell opened up in the lake fire in California, and that's where he got hauled into.
No.
I know, I said
Oh
it.
no.
Sorry, not sorry. I mean, but like the fucking, I'm not sure what the fuck that lake fire is about in Cali right now. Like, is there natural gas or something?
We're getting all the we're getting all the fumes over here, like the smoke. Every time California's on fire, we pay the fucking price every goddamn time.
Fucking ridiculous.
And that's a whole nother conversation because I think California be on fire on purpose. Is what I
I got a whole I can't wait till October. I got a whole nother situation going there. But no, for real though. So Robert Trump passed away, or did he get sacrificed? Real quick.
I like to go to good sacrifice, to be honest.
I'm just saying that is
sacrifice for 100, Alex.
You know what would be crazy?
What?
If it was a CV.
Do you think it's CV? If it's the virus.
I mean, he was in his 70s, and who knows if he had pre-existing health conditions.
You know what? What's very
but isn't
odd?
Trump in his 70s?
Yeah, but he probably got like cures.
He the motherfucking president, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Maybe
so was JFK, and I mean,
yeah, but he tried to like tell people things about he got assassinated.
Look at the difference though. Look who backed JFK and look who's backing Trump.
Right, that part.
Right.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I feel like it might have been a sacrifice because there's some fucking weird shit happening right now. I don't know, because election year. He's trying to stop things from happening. Because if he like postpones elections, that means he'll just continue to be the president.
Which I feel like is definitely gonna happen anyway if people don't get it together.
Like, how fucking fucked up would that be? And will that lead to like people trying to get rid of him? Oh, somebody like shot into the White House like a week or two ago. Yeah, so they
it's tripping.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But like the president was like giving a speech, so the Secret Service took him down underneath, and then once they found the gunman, they brought him back out. But like there was some dude that was like shooting into the White House. Like at first I thought it was like some guy like shooting around.
That's all I initially thought too, was like a shooting in the area.
No, he was shooting into the fucking White House. Like,
they're gonna put his ass up underneath the prison.
He ain't never gonna see the day of light.
Not underneath the prison. Shut up.
Underneath, he going at the bottom.
Yeah, he gonna be like that fucking DC character where they go underground like 2,000 feet to put him away.
For real, off up in betwixt.
It's not
in betwixt the prison.
Oh my god. And by the way, speaking of heat and lake fires, what the fuck is going on with this weather? Because it hit 130 degrees in Death Valley the other day. Like, yeah. Is it hot where you guys are at too?
I'm in Vegas, so you already know. We have like excessive heat warnings and shit.
We did too.
And I saw a kid walking. I don't know if he was like a part of a summer program or if he was going to wherever. He was walking with a backpack on, looked really heavy. Nope. And he was walking uphill with a mask on. I was like, bruh.
Take the motherfucker off if nobody's around you.
I was about to pull over and pour my bottle of water over his head.
It would have just steamed off of him.
It just evaporates as soon as he pours it.
He would just got dust.
He was like, oh my God, thank you. Yeah, he looked like he was in rough shape.
That's so crazy. You know, the other day I had a friend pick up some like baked goods in my yard, and I was out there for maybe an hour just not moving, just talking, and I came in and I had to sit down and like cool off for like an hour just to get my shit together again because it was so fucking hot. It hit like 110 almost out here. Yeah, no, it was bad. And then all of a sudden there's supposed to be a cold front coming in, so yesterday it poured fucking thunderstorm, and we're supposed to be in the 70s like sometime this week.
You know what I find interesting, since we talking about weather, and I definitely want to, we should have like a list when we're doing our like what the fuck for October, because I definitely want to do a whole episode on the harp, because I'm like, we ain't had nothing like really reported or hidden as far as some geo disaster.
No.
And I feel like we're kind of overdue, not trying to jinx us, but I'm like,
oh my God, why would you just manifest that in verbally?
Yeah, right. But I'm just like, you know, by now we would have had a super hurricane, some earthquake, something crazy, something.
Well, hurricane season is right around the corner.
It is.
So.
Sure. You know who's having fucking weather is Asia, like Japan. They are nonstop watered out, like rain, pouring rain, and it's been so bad that they have to shut down roads and shit, like, and like just schools and work and everything else. It's just really bad out there right now. So I don't know. It might just be on the other side right now. It might be coming our way.
It's gonna be coming around the mountain pretty soon.
Not coming around the mountain.
Did y'all know that Sammy Davis Jr. was a Satanist?
Oh yeah.
No.
I know that's random. It was some shit I found out.
I love it.
It was some random shit I found out like 2 days ago. I swear to God. He took a picture of old boy. What was his name? Something Tolly or Levon Tolly. The guy who runs
Crowley?
No, not Alistair. No, the guy after him.
Shit.
I don't know his name, but I know y'all know who I'm talking about because he was bald and got chilling. And guess who told on him?
Who?
But told on him in a joking way, Eddie Murphy.
Of course.
And guess who Eddie Murphy was talking to, telling on him? Jerry Seinfeld.
It's a circular situation. Why do you think Dave Chappelle had to run away to Africa?
I never questioned that. Even though I didn't know half of what I knew now, I'm like, he obviously found out some shit.
He did. And when he talked about Martin and Eddie and all those other fucking comedians, like, he knew what he was talking about. They fucking made out Cat Williams to be a crazy person when he wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like all this other stuff. Like, just speaking of insanity and crazy stuff, last two topics for the day. So the justice for Cannon happening right now. A lot of Black folks especially are feeling some type of way. I don't know if you've seen it on your timelines as well. Like, I also felt some type of way because I saw a lot of my non-Black friends posting about justice for Cannon, except for Cannon already got justice because within 24 hours his murderer was arrested and put away. And here we are still waiting on Breonna Taylor's fucking murderers to get put away and George Floyd's people to get like a better sentencing.
Hold on, for people that don't know the story.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Let's break it down. So there was a 5-year-old. I forget his first name. Do you remember his first name? His last name? Is it just Cannon?
I just remember that he was 5. That just
he was a 5-year-old, and his neighbor, who was a Black guy, obviously with issues, came over and just shot him. Just blank, clear day.
Now I did hear some news. I needed to cite the source and really like research it because I haven't done all of it to come up with a fair assessment other than a child dying is just wrong and fucked up. Mm-hmm. But they're saying that they asked the father why old boy was over there, because when you see a picture of him and then you see a little white boy, not that Black and white people can't be friends, but sometimes you get some people like, what the fuck do y'all have in common other than you live close together? No, for real. So they were saying that old boy actually does and deals drugs, and father had invited him over.
I have to look that up because some people are calling that a hoax, and some people are saying that's real.
And I was just like, I need to do some research on that because, of course, it pacifies a need to know what really happened, because somebody just shooting a kid, of course, doesn't make sense.
No, it's a terrible tragedy. I think what we're talking about is the background stuff that's happening that goes with it. Is if his dad indeed was giving drugs to that Black dude and something had happened between them, why are we...
And they're saying he was really trying to aim at the dad and not the kid.
And something crazy like that. I mean, even if that was the case, I think we're feeling some type of way because nobody is dragging the dad like they would drag our people. Like we get dragged as being a victim. We could be shot and killed and we would have titles like, pothead, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It couldn't have been a Black person because the first thing, especially if it was a Black woman, why was your kid out of your sight? Where were they riding their bike? Why weren't you watching your kid?
Like nobody's questioning any of that right now. And that really bothers me.
white people are innocent until proven guilty, and then they're still innocent. They be beating them.
Oh shit! I'm saying. So I'm not sure what this hashtag is about. The hashtag Justice for Canyon doesn't make sense to me because the guy is already in jail. Like, when you are hashtagging justice for somebody, it's because nothing has happened in lieu of that incident. You know what I'm saying? Like, where the fuck?
So it gives the perception of a tit for tat type of deal to me.
I think so, but what
you know
gets
what I'm
me
saying?
the
Like,
most?
we're gonna push our own justice agenda because you guys are pushing your justice.
Yeah,
agenda.
but here's the thing:
you're really comparing apples and oranges. Like,
what gets me the most is like my white acquaintances and people who I think are friends who have never posted anything that is related to BLM movement posting about justice for Cannon.
Oh yeah, because they post what they want to post. It's the same
I understand that. I really do.
It's kind of like that same girl that came for me over that meme, but I'm just like, where are you at when I'm posting this satirical
the other stuff?
Yeah, all this other shit.
Yeah.
Where are you at when I'm posting that stuff for women or racial issues, all type of stuff? This random chick in my inbox, I don't even fucking know, talk about my joke was insensitive about the witches being mental. It was like, oh, you're not a witch, you're mentally ill and have candles or something like that.
It was funny. I thought it was funny.
It was hilarious. I didn't even do the tweet. I just reposted it. This bitch was upset. She's like, mental illness is not a laughing matter, and I wasn't going to say anything, but I brought myself to say something, and I'm thinking, you don't even fucking know me. You follow me, I don't follow you. And out of all this shit I post, because I shit post.
You post a lot of shit.
Out of everything I posted, miss me with that. Like somebody said in the comments, keep that same energy when we're out here being killed by cops.
You know what I'm saying?
You're nowhere to be found.
I don't know what's going on with that. Look at the look at the last but not least, I saved this for last because I feel like we can expand on it a little bit.
Okay.
Kim Jong-Un is at it again. His crazy ass. So right now he put out orders for pet dogs to be confiscated throughout the country.
Why?
Because he said that it represents Western decadence and that it's a tainted trend by bourgeois ideology. So it was only for rich people to have dogs, and like regular people are supposed to like raise livestock like pigs and cows.
So if you have livestock like pigs and cows, dogs can assist in keeping predators.
I know, but he's literally they are forcing families with dogs to give them up. Like, here's the thing. Here's the crazy part. People who live there who do have dogs, some of them are expressing that they're scared that it's going to end up on somebody's dinner table. Now, I know there's a stereotypical joke about that shit, especially for Asians. Like, you know, yes, it has. And here's the reason why. If you don't know, the origin of that story is back in the day before, like, modern medicine. It was believed that puppies and kittens in soups used to cure severe illness, and that's where that like stereotype originated. It wasn't that they were eating it left and right. It was like a super medical situation,
certain circumstances,
right? So that they would do that with a kitten or a puppy, and that just kind of escalated into the stereotype. But I'm wondering if, because North Korea is so tight and like restrictive and everything, that maybe they are running out of food.
They've been running out of food.
I know. I mean, but like really running out, because, you know, they have been running out of food, because if you go to North Korea, you can get a pass to go there, but you are constantly monitored by whoever is escorting you. And they only take you to certain parts of the country and city where you can see it looking prosperous. So they will take you to a mall that they built within a certain city wall, or they will take you to only a certain convenience store that is fully stocked to make it look like everything is fine and normal. They don't take you to where real people live and have nothing.
You can easily find these pictures. Now they may resurface throughout the years, because I realized
sure.
some of the ones that I've seen, they'll be taken down or whatever, but there are people that sneak pictures and they put them up on the internet, and it's just like, what the fuck? It's really creepy. It's weird. I guess I remember seeing, I don't grow up in it, but it looks weird.
There was one where this guy, I think he was a journalist, and he photographed several locations where it looked like it was a movie set, because he said that it was almost flat. The stores didn't look real, and it looked like things were like painted or pictures were put in there to make it look full as they drove by. How fucking weird is that?
I believe
Like,
it.
I was
And
just
the
like,
fact that he's talking about, this is what trips me out. He's talking about Western decadence.
yes.
But your ass will fly Dennis Rodman to come have dinner with your ass.
That's because
like
Dennis Rodman is another level. But what he's saying is, the people who are allowed to own the dogs and stuff should be of higher ranks and not just everyday normal citizens in the country. How insane. And so the citizens are like pissed off because, you know, most people who love their animals love them like their own family.
Like their family.
Absolutely. You know, and for them to, they are forcefully taking them out of these fucking homes and taking them where, I'm going to do more research because this is a brand new breaking story from today.
Right now.
It's brand new, but I want to know where these fucking dogs, because why not cats? That was like an Egyptian thing. You know what I'm saying? Just dogs? Like, where are you taking them? What is happening to them? If anybody knows and you're listening, you should tell us, because I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, it's really fucking.
I'm pretty sure nobody in North Korea can listen to any of our podcasts because everything is restricted.
Only Kim Jong-un is listening to this shit right now.
Oh, do you know that?
Even trying to look at pictures now, you just kind of see the same 12 pictures over and over again.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying.
You see that big ass Triangl hotel?
Ah,
it's
you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see. Have y'all seen The Games? It's called The Games or some shit like that. That they show you when you go visit, and it's just like a fucking extravagant ass show.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they do that. It's like, you know how people go to Vegas for Vegas shows? It's like that, except for it's the forced shows that they do to let travelers think that they're doing well, basically. Because right outside of all of that, people are living with nothing.
I can't even believe like this is what they have to do and deal with. Like,
wait, it disappeared.
The big ass fucking statues and shit.
Oh, the statues, yeah,
and just like this is what Trump trying to have us be on. Like,
man. Well, remember that fucking song they had at his elections in the 2016 with the little girls singing and dancing, and it looked just like the Korean one, like North Korean. Oh, that gave me goosebumps to no end, because I've seen it in different Asian countries before, and especially in North Korea, and I was like, nope, I don't know what's gonna happen. Nope. I'm really not sure, but I think that's about it for the news angle today. There's a lot of Trump news this week. I really hate talking about him, but it's just, it just had to be done this week because, oh my God. Like, I'm sure by the time this posts, there's going to be even more, especially about the mailing situation and all of that. But if anybody else passes away from that family or nearby, I'm going to want to know about it. Is that a little boy with a little gun? What is happening? Yo,
motherfucker.
It's just a weird place, man. Like, I want to visit, but I don't.
Can you imagine of just
I really want to go
growing up there? Because what you experienced growing up is probably not weird to you.
No, of course it's not weird, but the people who remember other like eras there are still trying to escape.
Look, y'all gonna have me up all night. Like, I need to figure out how we got here there.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. And a lot of it has not changed for decades and decades between rulers as well. Him and his dad are doing the same thing. And actually, Kim Jong-Un is actually probably worse.
And have you heard a lot of the defector stories? Like the people that actually got away?
Yeah, like the people who get away, when they come out of North Korea and onto the other side and they realize what life could be or is, like even just crossing over to South Korea, and they're like, what the fuck is all of this? Like, so much color. I remember somebody saying so much color. Like, it's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. But anyway, if you have enjoyed our little lowbrow news angle thus far, please make sure that you subscribe to your favorite podcast platform. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, hit that notification bell. You guys, try to like our videos, please, because that'll help boost us too, and then we can do more cool shit. I think we're at like 120 something subscribers now, pretty sure. So thank you for all the people who are new subscribers.
Yeah, thank you, YouTube.
Yeah, super excited, like for real. Y'all really be fucking with us. Like it's really weird, but thank you. I know, right? And then also, if you are into having like weird stories being told, in October we're gonna do what the fuck episodes all month long on conspiracy theories and weird shit that happens all around the world or has happened. So if you have any topics that you want us to discuss, throw it this way. You can DM us on our Instagram, message us on Facebook, or the email is available in the description box below. So that's it, really. Try to stay safe, logical, blessed, and all that good stuff. If you're black, you're black. Stay black. If you're not, POCs and allies unite. I'm just tired, y'all. I think that's what
Stay hydrated, y'all, too. It's too hot outside for y'all not drinking no damn water. Drink your damn water.
Yes,
do what Brandy's doing. Listen to what Brandy said.
This is me pouring water in Vegas.
Dried the fuck out.
I'm done. Anyway, y'all be good. We'll see you next week. Bye.